You have to adjust your reality and accept this new truth. It's a law of nature. Dominate or be dominated. I'm gonna be a better mother, a better daughter, a better sister, and a better friend. You have to be ahead of the game. Someone who has fallen for a scam before is a favored mark. Once easy marks give, lend, or send money, scammers put their names on a sucker list, Special Agent Jonathan Tapia said. Those names and identities are often sold to other criminals. We have seen easy marks become marks again, she said. Carmen Abro explained that computer-mediated relationships can be hyper-personal, more strong and intimate than physical relationships. Participants can control how they present themselves, creating idealized avatars that elicit more trust and intimacy than their real-life, face-to-face selves. Law enforcement officials say that victims are often embarrassed to let friends or family know they're giving money or loaning money or sending money to an online stranger. And should they wise up, they may be threatened and blackmailed by their faux lovers. As insurance that their victims may toe the line, scammers may gather compromising information, commonly videos of the easy marks doing things at their request. The scammer may even admit the crime to the mark, but then swear he has actually fallen in love with her. Those who believe the excuses and stay involved may enter into a new level of danger as the scammer begins to groom them to launder stolen money, deliver drugs, or scam others. They may also threaten to release those compromising tapes to gain their mark's cooperation. More than one woman has wound up charged with crimes. However, you can avoid this path entirely by making a concerted effort to let go of your addiction to helping and stop trying to fix people. After work, Lynn Yvette called me saying that she was at a restaurant with her sister and brother-in-law and that her car was towed. She needed help getting the car out of the impound yard. But then she got caught up in driving points and was unable to drive the car out of the lot herself because her license was suspended. And without much reflection on how much this would alter my life's plans, I dropped everything, drove 100 miles, and spent another $500 to be by her side. Would she have crumbled without me there? Lynn Yvette is a tough chick, so I highly doubt it. And this is the third time she got herself into trouble due to her nuisance, which is a noun. A person who causes some difficulty or trouble for someone else. 1 month before, her car would not turn on because she failed to pay the car loan company. He hid this truth and had her car towed to mechanics and to the dealership. Like a fool, I gave her lots of cash to get her car back and lend her my car to use until her car was back, leaving myself using public transportation. Was I out of my mind? Why do I do this to myself? Why I think I need to save any person who has a problem. But at the time, I, subconsciously, believed that when the ones we love are hurting, their pain trumps everything. Their pain gets top priority, and whatever goals and dreams we've been working toward now pale in comparison. Would she have crumbled without me there? Lynn Yvette is a tough chick, so I highly doubt it. At the time, I thought that love meant tending to the other person's needs first, always. And this form of self-sacrifice came naturally to me. I'd behaved this way even as a young child, so I was lucky, right? Having inherent caregiver qualities is a beautiful gift, right? No. And maybe not. Nonsense scams. Are you insane? What would you say if your best friend was doing those things? Very dumb, hey? It's about emotion, not logic. Think about the first time she asked you for money. Were you thinking clearly? Probably not. I saw this tactic used again and again in my career. When she first asked you for money to help finish a construction project in Georgia, it raised a red flag. But did you trust your intuition? No, you didn't. You kept going like a dazed lemon. but you still have time to make things right. Over the next 6 months, she gave more money in response to each new sob story she told her, she said, because, after all, they were in love. Screw that. It's not logic. If you apply logic, the answer is, no, I am not going to send or give you or spend on you my hard-earned money on you. I don't really even know who you are. Or I know for a fact that you are a loser. If you had applied logic to her stories, you would have walked away every time. It's not logic. If you apply logic, the answer is, no, I am not going to send or give you or spend on you my hard-earned money. I don't even know who you are. Or I know that you are a loser. If you had applied logic to her sob stories, you would have walked away every time. My son asked me once how his friends could avoid these scams. I told him 2 things. If someone is pitching a sob story to get your money, ask yourself, what's in it for me? What is in it for them? A common ploy is to get you to take out a loan to fix their house, then ask you to lend them money to pay her bills or to pay debts or some other messes in which they put themselves in. It may not be a fraud on purpose, but it is a lot better deal for them than for you. I also told him that when it comes to your money or your house, never sign any paperwork until your attorney, someone you choose, not someone that they refer you to, reads the fine print. Never lend or give your money away to a loser that gets herself or himself in trouble for you to save them. You are not Mother Teresa. You are not their mother. And they probably wouldn't do the same for you. Heck no. Don't be a fool, child. She first talked to the love interest Lynn Yvette, who gave her the generic pitch. Lynn Yvette said that she was moving to Georgia, that she had a house paid for, and that she could move there too and she wouldn't pay rent. Lynn Yvette mentioned all the advantages of living in Georgia, like low pollen count, good weather, etc. Then she turned her over to her mother Felicita to close the scam. The first thing Felicita said to her was, "Hi, this is Felicita. How are you doing? Go get a pen and paper right now, I want you to write my name down." She immediately said, "Oh, okay, I'll be right back. Let me look at my schedule." Bang. With those 6 words, Felicita knew that their mark was going to fall and fall hard. It wasn't just that she immediately complied with her request. It was how she complied. The tone of her voice was high-pitched and squeaky, almost submissive. It's hard to explain, but over time they pick up the nuances and subtleties in people's voices. It's the wolf sensing the lamb. She was signaling that they were in control and that she wanted them in control. But there is hope yet for you, my grasshopper. You have seen the light and must save yourself now. When I got out of my last scam relationship, I promised my mother I would never go back to my vulnerable old ways. It wasn't easy. The first year I was out of this, I was asked almost daily to unite with a loser for the latest relationship scam. Finally, I changed my phone numbers so I wouldn't be tempted. I blocked their texts and phone calls, WhatsApp, emails and Facebook. Today I am 40 years old.